Always look on the bright side of life. And when it comes to writing, if you're confused which one is bright, creativity or technicality, then I should just remind you that creativity is always brighter than technicality. Because again and again, I'm repeating the same thing that creativity is you. Creativity is what lies inside you. And inside every one of us, there's brightness. Technicality is something which comes out of your brain, comes out of your mind, and it can never be brighter than your heart. So just remember that creativity is the bright side, and you need to always look on the bright side of life as well as writing. And here is our next lesson in the series Creative Writing, Small Steps for the Giant Leaps. This lesson will deal with the differences between technical writing and creative writing. It's presented by me, Palak Sharma. Few things about me. I'm an economics honors student, as you all know, a content developer, a mixture of Keats and Shakespeare, a poet at heart, a theatre geek. Here's my link, follow me on Unacademy. For doubt, feedback, queries, feel free to write in the comment section. And never forget the 3 R's and yes, rate, review, recommend, and share the lessons. The more, the merrier. Now, what's the difference between creative writing and technical writing? Today, after learning what creative writing is and how to get started in it, we are going to compare the two of them. Creative writing and technical writing. There are writers all over the world in the two categories, and it literally boggles my mind to hear that millions have been made from both creative writing and technical writing. Some have literally made fortunes, while some have not made anything, and enjoyment can be gained from both these types. Both technical writing and creative writing can make you feel like enjoyed and all, but it's fair to say that they both serve different purposes. They both have their own do's and don'ts, and they both have their own rules. Both are governed by grammar and style, and both appear everywhere. So what's the difference then? Like, here's my take. Creative writing is written from the right brain, sorry. It's creativity, so it's written from the right brain, as I told you before. Then technical writing is written from the left brain, which is the logical part. So if you're confused yet, then wait, because there's more. So firstly, I would say, what is creative writing? Creative writing is written to entertain and educate. We enjoy reading novels and stories because not they are necessary to read or helpful for us, but just because we get a certain pleasure from reading them. The pleasure which we can get from reading technical writing. And creative writing has so many genres and subgenres that they deserve a whole section of a lesson or course for themselves. It sometimes follows a given set of rules, and sometimes it just throws caution to the wind and breaks all of them. It breaks all rules. That is creative writing, breaking rules. Either way, talent is somewhat of a necessary ingredient if you want to write creatively. So, of course, writing can be improved by practice, but if you don't have the necessary talent, your writing would not give pleasure to anyone at all. Skills and talent both make up creative writing, hence, they are its constituents. Both skill and talent are important for creative writing. Then a further look into technical writing will make us aware that technical writing is wholly written to inform. That is important part of technical writing. It's just written to inform and sometimes to trigger the person reading into making an action which is beneficial to the writer. So that's not subject which I'm going to cover here, but I would just say that technical writing is not written to entertain. It's nothing related to entertainment. It has its own rules, conventions, do's, don'ts, masterpieces, or pieces of rubbish. There are a lot of things in creative writing. There's a whole art of mastering technical writing, and although it too is branched, there's online and then there is offline. There are two kinds of creative and technical writing also, sorry. And personally, I think that if you want to master technical writing, you should first master concise and magnetic writing that draws the reader in. Because regardless of whether it's creative or technical, it's important you write in short words what's important. That is more of technical writing stuff. Then here's a brief overview I would give you about the differences between the two in few and simple words. So I would just start with this, that creative writing is more of a self-created part. Although the idea may be inspired, but in technical writing, the facts are obliged ones, and they are to be obliged, and the note is derived from leading on what previously other greats have already concluded. So it's not nothing, there's nothing new in technical writing. It's just obliged facts that you are putting before people, something which already someone has said. Whereas creative writing is self-created. You are creating something which is new. It's not technical writing which is new. Then I would say that most commonly creative writing is written for the masses, for the general audiences. But technical writing is for specific audience. It's not just for everyone to read. It's for a special kind of audience. Then we can say that creative writing is mostly for entertaining people, as it has poetry, it has some illustrations or another idea. Whereas technical writing usually causes boredom. It more often creates boredom among people because it follows a strong pattern which is based on facts, and it is just to transfer information to the audiences. So there's nothing entertaining in technical writing. Then in technical writing, we always have specialized vocabulary. It doesn't have normal layman language. It has a specialized vocabulary, such like scientific terms and others are used, while in creative writing, one can go with slang or evocative phrases or even something which can be perceived well by audiences. Anything like your Twitter language or anything which people can understand, that is okay with creative writing. But in technical writing, you need to be very specific and specialized in your vocabulary usage. That's important part of technical writing. Then humor and satire might be useful as senses in creative writing. It's a very important tool, a weapon in the hands of a creative writer, a satire and humor. It's very important. But in technical writing, there's no such thoughts or ideas which have link with humor or satire. You cannot put satire or humor in a technical writing piece, because consider you are reading a page, classifieds in Times of India or the Hindu, and you come across a vacancy, a job vacancy in which they have used satire. You will be pissed off. You will think, why are they using satire in a technical piece of writing? There's no need of that satire. It should be simple, precise, concise enough. That's technical writing. It is nothing elaborative. It's just typically writing. It's nothing more. Its purpose is just to convince the reader and give a message, a direct message. Indirect things are a part of creative writing, not technical writing. In brief, I would say that novel writing, poetry writing, satirical note are some of the types of creative writing, whereas report analysis, providing formulas are types of technical writing. That's the difference. Now, I will also say that a formal education of technical writer seems a necessary thing, but it's never a milestone in between becoming a creative writer. You don't need a degree when you want to become a creative writer. So that's it for creative writing. The differences between creative writing and technical writing are that creativity is written mainly to entertain with the creativity of the mind, and technical writing is written mainly to inform in a formal manner. That's important, and it's a very important part of our life, because if there's no technicality, then you won't be getting simple classified ads or advertisements. You would just read something poetic, and you will never get to know the original thing if there's no technicality. So technicality is important in itself, but creativity is more important for people like us. So this in a mouthful is the main difference. In the beginning of the lesson, I made my own claim, the right brain versus left brain one, and however, they deserve an article of their own and not here. If you want to know more, you can do your own research every time. For my part, I'm going to focus on creative writing tips here, because this is a creative writing series and I'm much more interested in creative writing than in technical writing. Then next lesson will be solely on fiction writing elements. So stay tuned. Yeah, that's it. Say thank you and rate, review, recommend and share the lessons. I'll be waiting for your comments in the comment section. Do write. Thanks.